Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Dave here from the Bear Pit TV, and today we've got another episode of Stoke City News. And today what I'm going to do a little bit of a transfer news roundup, because there's been tons of transfer stories regarding Stoke City this week, and I don't think everyone's seen them all. I think some people have missed a few, some people have missed other ones. So there's just been loads of transfer news out there regarding us, because we've been linked with so many players. It's been quite surprising actually how many players we've been linked with. Some bad links are coming out at the moment, some disappointment, and we are going to start with one disappointment, and that is Marc Bartra from Barcelona. Now, it has come out today that it looks like he's going to join Valencia. That's where he'd prefer to join. After it came out, he got a £6.4 million release clause. We've had Puyol at Stoke. He's come to the training ground after he spoke to Bojan after his new deal, because he's also the representative for Bojan. So it looks like we were going to get a deal done with Marc Bartra, and I think he would have been brilliant for us if we could have got him in, because he's a brilliant centre-back. He's got Champions League experience. He's got experience from the top level as well from Barcelona. So he could have been a quality centre-back. So now we're just going to have to look and see for another one. Maybe Subotic could be the man. But it doesn't look like Marc Bartra is going to come. He said he wants to look at Valencia maybe after the Euros. And that came out today. So it doesn't look like Marc Bartra is going to come. But I have got some other positive ones that's been coming out this week. Jack Grealish is one of them. Multiple reports are saying we're leading the race to sign him this summer. I don't know how much they're looking at. Originally I saw it was a free transfer, but I really don't think it is. It'd be quite cheap for him, because Villa aren't particularly positive with Jack Grealish at the moment. But for me, he's a really good young player, and I think he's got plenty of potential if we could bring him in. He fits the homegrown rule. He's only 20, so he'd be worth taking a punt on. He's worth having on the bench as a backup winger, someone we can just pick and choose when we're going to play him in the cup games, things like that. He's got plenty of potential. So if we could bring him in, I wouldn't be too bothered if we could get him cheaply. And he could be good for us in the long term, like he has his age. And although he's got attitude problems, we saw that with Marko Arnautovic. He apparently had problems in Germany with his attitude and the way he liked to behave off the pitch. And we managed to get that out of him. And look how he's turned out now. So it could be another Arnautovic situation if we brought someone like Jack Grealish in with his supposed attitude problems that he's got off the pitch. So it could be beneficial for both us and him if he does choose to sign for Stoke. But we have got competition with Tottenham for his signature as well. So we don't know whether Jack Grealish will be coming in. Also the big man, the big transfer that's been surrounding Stoke City for the past sort of 2 weeks is Axel Witsel from Zenit St. Petersburg. Apparently talks are happening this week with us and his representatives about a deal happening for £11 million from Zenit. Now, I don't want to read too much into this, because we also saw that Zenit are offering him a new deal, and because of the Champions League football they have, I would see Witsel signing a new deal at Zenit to play in the Champions League for another season. Why would he come to Stoke with no Champions League or European football or anything? Maybe he just wants to come to the Premier League, we don't know. But I think it's extremely unlikely if we could get Witsel in. But if we could, it'd be brilliant, because he'd be a great long-term replacement for Glenn Whelan in that defensive midfielder role just behind Janiele Imbula, and I think that would be a deadly partnership if Imbula's on form next season, if we could bring him in. But it's unlikely for me for Witsel to come in, but we have been holding talks, so who knows. And another player, the final transfer that I'm going to talk about is Jason Murillo. This has come out today. This is a fairly new story. I haven't seen many people break this. I had a look on the internet, and there was very few reports, but this is brand new today. Reports are linking us with Inter Milan's Jason Murillo, 24, Colombian international, and he is a centre-back. So again, linking us with more centre-backs. It is the position we need to buy, as well as a striker. They're the two main positions, so more centre-backs being linked. Inter value him at around €25 million, so that could be the stumbling block. He valued about £20 million. I don't think we'll be looking to spend that much on a centre-back. But that's how much they want for him, and it would be a quality addition. He's a Colombian international. He's played at the World Cup, Copa America, and plays for Inter Milan. They've got European experience, and I think he could be he could be a good signing. He's definitely got age on his side, but the only problems we face is the value and the fact that clubs like Arsenal and Zenit are interested. So Champions League clubs, this is the problem we're facing with a lot of these players. They're brilliant players if we can bring them in, but the competition we face from Champions League clubs with that, it's such a drawback for us because the Champions League is so appealing, even the Europa League clubs. The fact that we don't have European football just means we simply can't get these players, even if we do have the money to try and buy them. They're just not interested, but I think Murillo would be a good signing. Let me know in the comments down below about any of these players you're thinking about bringing in. Let me know if you would bring any of these in, because I'm interested to see who you would like to see come in. But we also have one transfer out rumour as well. This regards Xherdan Shaqiri. Reports this week saying that Xherdan Shaqiri is set to leave the club and move to Besiktas, which I can see is unlikely. But the Turkish club are looking for a replacement for Gökhan Tor, who's off to West Ham for about £12 million. He's a very good player. So they're set to lose him. He's probably their star player, to be honest. As well as Mario Gomez, but he's off to West Ham, so they're looking for a replacement right winger, and they're coming to look at Shaqiri. Now, I would be extremely disappointed if Shaqiri left after a season, because I still think he's got plenty to bring, and I think he can show a lot more people next season. Now he's settled what he can do, and I think he could tear up the Premier League next season if he's on form. And he stays off of injuries as well. But they are looking to pay around £15 million, which I can't see us selling him for. I think if we are going to let him go, we want double at least from our money. So about £25 million would be the fee at least for Shaqiri to leave. So I don't think Shaqiri will go, to be honest. But it would be interesting to see what happens with that Besiktas story. But there are all the transfer stories regarding Stoke City this week, guys. I really did hope you enjoy it. If you did, leave a like down below. Also, leave a comment about any of the players or any of the transfer stories that I've spoken about, or any that you've found out. Tell me about them in the comments down below and what you think. And as always, guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to click subscribe. And as always, cheers for watching.